How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to episode 38 of Star Wars Year by Podcast. It's me and my buddy Steele Saunders Star Wars History Podcast, where we go through the Star Wars Year by Year book. We're in 1989, the second half of 1989 now.
Between the trilogies, Hawes.
Between them, yeah. Still 10 years to go.
Oof. But it heats up.
Oh, it does.
They light the spark
Mm-hmm.
at the end of 89, which is so bizarre to think of. But we'll get to that. Now, shout out to the sickos, the patrons, those that are reading, watching, listening at the same time. We had some viewer feedback, listener feedback, Hawes.
Yes. So one of my patrons, Lore, had a comment on the latest episode, and she said, "Hi, Halls and Steele. So funny. My brother introduced me to the Panasonic George Lucas Japanese ads a couple of months ago, and I was thinking about sending them to Blue Harvest, but forgot to. The one with the eerie music is also my favorite. Apparently, there's a mystery surrounding the band playing. It sounds like the 80s band, the Cocteau Twins?
Pardon your language.
Yeah. But no one knows for sure. Have a great weekend, Lore."
Nice. The mystery.
There is a mystery.
Those
Even more
adverts.
than the just weirdness of that ad itself. There's an added mystery. That's cool.
I love a mystery.
Me too.
Should we crack into it, Hawes?
Let's get to it, buddy.
All right. Well, this one. Wait there. Let's get this all happening again. Bang. There's our spread.
Shoo. Page 146 is where we're kicking off, right?
Oh, yeah. We've forgotten all the things. But here we are. And it is Star Tours Tokyo. If you're not on the podcast, or if you are on the podcast, not on the video, you are missing one just absolute banger of a Japanese Star Tours poster. Just incredible art, like original. It's, you don't know the scene in the movie. It's taken from art in this, just, I don't know, just this super sick style with the Japanese font from the creative forces, wink, of Disney and George Lucas.
That's the good stuff right there.
It's the ultimate Star Wars adventure. Did you know that, Hawes?
I've heard that before.
I can guarantee, I can personally guarantee it's not.
Oh, you think so? What would you think the ultimate Star Wars adventure is then?
Bro, I was on Star Wars.
Okay, well, fair. Yeah, that's fair. Never mind. I kind of just like sitting here and just kind of got the point of this poster. The Death Star has shown up in our solar system because there's Jupiter and Saturn.
Or clip art of the Death Star has.
Well, fair enough.
No, but it's got like a square around it.
It sure does. So does Jupiter, to be honest. You can kind of see the square around it, too.
Yeah, it's a confusing choice. But, man, the colors and...
Just the artwork in general. Just great.
I would dare say that I've got a photo of myself standing next to a giant poster of that.
Oh, did you go to Tokyo Disney?
I did.
Oh, okay.
And it was traumatic, Hawes.
Oh, that's right. You told me, I think I remember you telling me the story where after Star Tours, it didn't lead into a Japanese Star Wars gift shop. Was that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know where it led? Outside.
That ain't good marketing.
Outside.
What year would this have been?
It was in between. Sorry, I got to close my email. These little email beeps are distracting me. It was between Star Wars getting purchased and anything coming out.
Okay, so Star Wars had been purchased by Disney, but so we're talking in between 2012, 2015 when Force Awakens.
That sounds pretty good, I think.
Okay.
I would say a lot closer to 2012.
Okay.
I just remember walking out and just like going down the hallway and going, oh, yes.
Here it comes, baby.
Oh, bring it on. And then we're outside, Jacqueline and I was looking around in disbelief. Like, I was sort of like, but I guess it could be over there, but that's a long way. And in the entire theme park, a theme park with a Star Wars ride, you could not purchase anything with Star Wars on it. Like, not a Skerrick. Not a Skerrick horse.
I don't even know how I would have reacted in that situation. That's heartbreak.
Oh,
I have to imagine that's not the case anymore, but still.
And why? Why not a Skerrick?
I don't know, buddy. So if it was 2012, so okay, when you went on Star Tours in 2012, 2013, somewhere in that area, right? Was it the new version with all the different stuff?
Oh, no.
No, it was still the old version of Star Tours at Tokyo Disney at that point.
Yeah, like nothing had started coming out yet.
Right, but before George sold Lucasfilm to Disney, they had done the Star Tours update, like right after the prequels, right? Where they added the prequel stuff, and it was
you are tripping.
No, it was in like 2009. I guarantee you, buddy. I'm pretty sure it was 2009 that they did the new version of Star Tours. Now, I'm not saying that was the case at Tokyo Disney, but I feel like, when was it updated?
I don't know, you're on Wikipedia or something?
Yeah. Okay, the attraction at Disneyland and Disneyland's Hollywood Studios closed in 2010 to allow conversion for its successor attraction, Star Tours The Adventure Continues. The latter location was completed on May 20th, 2011. Tokyo Disneyland and Disneyland Paris closed their versions for conversion in 2012 and 2016. So Tokyo Disney closed their version in 2012 before doing the updated version. So the updated version of Star Tours in America came out in 2011, right? And then the Tokyo version would have come out sometime after 2012.
Wow, so I must have just missed the conversion.
Yeah, it must have been right
so
before.
So what happened in the prequels?
Well, that's when they started doing the version where you would see the different like, not every ride was the same, right?
No, that was later.
I'm sorry, buddy, you're wrong about that. I'm sorry.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After Force Awakens and stuff, that's when they started adding, the new Disney locations and stuff to Star Tours. But they had that version with all the different planets and stuff before the Disney purchase.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
About a year before the Disney purchase is when it went into effect, it looks like.
All right. Hey, I better read the actual blurb.
Okay, here we go.
Star Tours Tokyo, July 12th. Star Tours opens at Tokyo Disneyland. The Tokyo site incorporates 6 simulators, 2 more than the Disneyland attraction in Los Angeles, plus a pan-galactic pizza port that features an animatronic alien chef named Tony Solarani.
There was a Star Wars themed pizza place at Tokyo Disney. What?
Wait there. I'm hitting YouTube for that one.
I feel like this whole episode has just been one big mandala effect so far.
Tokyo Disney.
Pizza.
Star Tours pizza. Oh, dude, we have to hit this. We're just going
Okay.
to totally rip off
Yeah,
someone's video, but
Here we go. Let's do it.
it's from Pi, the theme park guy, and it's from Star Wars to Sunny Eclipse, the history of the pan-galactic pizza port in Pi minutes, which means like 3.5 minutes in some sort of nerd talk, I guess.
Mhm. This man has a solid gimmick. He's Pie Guy, the what is it?
The theme park guy.
Pie.
Ah,
the theme
okay,
park
yeah,
guy.
okay. I got you. That's in his name as well. That's amazing. Well done, Pi guy.
Disney does not actually own Tokyo Disneyland. The Oriental Land Company, or OLC, is a business dedicated to improving the leisure and entertainment options available in Japan. In 1980, the OLC reached out to Disney to build a resort leading to the opening of Tokyo Disneyland in 1983. Disney as a company is in charge of a lot of stuff. Their focus and finances are by
Oh,
necessity
man, you're killing me.
simpler. Not even pizza parlors.
Oh, here we go.
1989, Star Tours opened in Tomorrowland and Tokyo Disneyland. The OLC won a new quick service restaurant to
Whoa.
open alongside it. So Imagineers had to walk on the obvious first steps of creating a restaurant, designing characters and building puppets. This was going to be more than just a place to grab a slice of pizza. This was a whole show for guests to enjoy while
Whoa,
they ate,
it looks sick.
featuring a colorful cast of cartoons,
It
puppets, and
does look sick.
and
It looks
Galactic
amazing,
Pizza Port
actually.
services the
There is
whole
stuff
universe,
happening
the
everywhere.
Tomorrowland location being the first to be built on Earth. The PZ5000 is this fantastical sci-fi machine that makes the pizzas.
It's very
and Tony
Wonka-esque.
Solaroni from this
Uh-huh.
galaxy runs
Like
the joint,
future
all
Wonka.
while dealing with his grumpy boss, Mr. Fusano.
Oh,
The show is super cheesy and fun, full of creative characters, really above and beyond what most people would expect from a simple restaurant. There was one issue with it, though.
uh-oh.
This was meant to complement Star Tours, but these cartoony, Muppet-esque character designs used in the pan-galactic pizza port clash with the more grounded, serious, not-at-all Muppet-like aesthetic of Star Wars.
They showed Jar Jar Binks
Alright,
then.
maybe Star Wars isn't the most visually grounded, serious, and non-Muppet-like, but
Oh, okay.
still, the visuals of Tony Solaroni from the Spumoni Galaxy was a step
He
too.
was from the Spumoni Galaxy.
Does strive for
It does look like it's from Fraggle Rock or something.
It does.
It's-
I mean,
it's
it
like-
looks
it's-
sick.
It's like Fraggle Rock 3000.
Hmm. It looks like a throwaway episode of the Clone Wars. You know what I mean? Would be this guy they run into.
Ah, yeah.
Tony
a sense of
Spumoni.
realism, even in its more fantastical designs. So, Disney wanted to create a bridge between Star Tours and the Pizza Port, something that could create a smoother transition between the two aesthetics.
And maybe sell a t-shirt or two, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about a key ring?
Oh, look over on the top, like to the right of the big screen. Do you see the giant container full of tomatoes?
Yes.
That's awesome.
This led to the creation of Officer Zix. He walks security for Star Tours and monitors the weather conditions on different planets the
Oh.
Tours will visit, keeping everything safe. Guests pass by his station while exiting Tokyo
I-
Star Tours and can then head right to the Pan-Galactic
Did not see that. He was not there guiding me.
Yeah, this must have been shut down.
Pizza Port. Visually, Zix's character serves as a perfect middle ground between the Star Wars universe and Pizza Port. But that isn't the only noteworthy thing about his appearance. For Walt Disney World fans, he probably looks familiar. His figure design was reused in Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe for the one and only Sunny Eclipse, the greatest lounge singer and astro organist this side of the Horsehead Nebula. In the story, their similar appearance is explained by being cousins, presumably growing up near each other in New York. No, not that New York. The New York on planet Zork. All this storytelling and work put into connecting
What?
several universes and locations and characters from multiple parks around the world to create something not just entertaining, but logically and visually
But
consistent.
the real
all for the
question
sake
is,
of
how
what is
was
meant to
the
be a simple
pizza?
place.
No,
Hope you
where was the
enjoyed this
merch?
episode. Sorry,
Yeah,
it has been
for
a
real.
bit since my last upload, but I have some really exciting stuff planned that I can't wait to.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Thanks, Pie, the theme park guy.
Now, in the little blurb, you know, like the little photos in the book. Remember, it was a book that we were reading.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It has got very bittersweet a picture of a sweet Star Tours Disneyland press bag, or just sell the tote. buddy.
Yeah.
Here's my yen.
Yeah. Oof. You know Gus Lopez has one of those. You just
What doesn't he have?
know it. Yeah.
He probably uses it to go down the beach.
Uh-huh. Get something to toss my towels in and my sunscreen.
It is a beautiful tote. It's got this late 80s Star Tours Tokyo Disneyland logo and font, and then opening July 12th, 1989.
Man, I wonder what all came in that press kit bag.
Very interesting.
Slice of pizza.
This could be a big one for you, buddy. You don't have the book yet, do you? You've still lost it.
Still lost it. You know what? I went to Books A Million yesterday, and I almost picked up another copy, but it's further updated than the one we have.
Really?
Yeah, it's a newer version. I didn't want to get it if it didn't match up. You know, that wouldn't help us for recording purposes if we don't have the exact same book.
Yeah, but I imagine everything at the start's exactly the same.
I would think so. It was plastic wrapped too, so I couldn't really check it out.
All right. Well, limited edition now, you guys. We're sitting on collectibles.
Boy, am I.
All right, you ready for this one, Hawes?
Yes, sir. Oh! July 31st, Nintendo releases the 8-bit Game Boy portable video game system in North America. Despite its monochrome screen, it outsells competitors such as the Atari Lynx.
Oh, that sounds good.
It was pretty neat, to be honest, which has a full-color screen.
Oh, why do you think, Hawes? You know, you're a bit of a gaming expert. Why did the Lynx, with its color screen, fail out?
Few reasons. For one,
can I guess one?
Sure, absolutely.
Atari was just whack by then.
You got it, buddy. You're talking 1989. The video game market had already gone through a crash in 1984, in North America. And then, you know, Nintendo comes in and sort of revitalizes everything. And I think the first test markets for the Nintendo Entertainment System were released in 86, and then it was released widely across America in 1987. So by 1989, the brand recognition, Mario, Zelda, Metroid, all that by then, you know, you weren't finding a lot of kids in 1989 that were still playing Atari, right? There was also a fairly significant price difference. The Lynx was quite a bit more expensive.
Ah, okay.
And ate through batteries really quick.
Ooh. Hawes?
Yes, sir. I guarantee I remember this commercial.
I've got a 1989 Tetris commercial. What happens at the start of the commercial, Hawes?
It's going to be I'm pretty sure this one's going to be a dude sitting in a recliner playing the Tetris on Game Boy while the Tetrominoes like fly past him.
That actually sounds sick.
But it's not the one.
I've only watched the first few seconds and I had to turn it off because it was so stunning.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go.
It's not what I expected from a Tetris commercial.
They said it wasn't humanly possible. All the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy. It's portable, it's in stereo, and its games are interchangeable. Game Boy comes complete with batteries and the outrageous new game Tetris. And for head-to-head competition,
outrageous.
use Video Link and blow your opponent away.
Oh.
Game Boy, only from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, portable power.
That's a good commercial.
Dude, what is happening? So if you just listen to the podcast, blowing it, but a robot, an android of some description, goes up to a guy wearing a denim jacket in a some sort of post-apocalyptic hellscape and points a laser beam at him and gives him a Game Boy or something.
Challenges him to a 2-player game of Tetris.
Outrageous new game Tetris. When did Mario get to the Game Boy?
Super Mario, I believe it's called Super Mario Land, is the Game Boy franchise of Mario, right? So you had Super Mario Brothers 1 through 3, then Super Mario or Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. And then I believe it's Super Mario Land, and it would have been a launch title with the Game Boy. But it came packed in with Tetris.
Got you. Tetris, it's the best.
It is, I mean, arguably one of, if not the best games of all time. Like the impact of Tetris and its basically creation of its own genre of gaming, you can't be understated.
Whenever I and I do this regularly, Hawes, impress someone with my packing abilities, like in a car or something, I always drop this little factoid. High school Tetris champion.
You were a high school Tetris champion?
I wasn't I was the.
My bad. My apologies. That's fair. That's fair. Man, if you don't have a trophy, I'm going to make you one then.
I don't.
All
But
right, well, I'm going to need that address.
But I love those shapes.
Oh man.
Oh, oof. It's a I think it's a very good game for your brain.
It is. And you know what? A very fascinating story about how that game was brought over to North America, right? Because it was developed in Russia during the Cold War. And there was a lot of like back and forth trying to get the rights to bring that game to North America. It's pretty fascinating.
Were they against it because it was spreading the communist agenda? Like, was it the TikTok of its day?
I think it was more of a situation where the Russian government was causing roadblocks and getting it.
Okay. Is that movie about it good?
I haven't seen the movie, but I've watched a couple of actual documentaries on it, and those are good. I haven't seen the actual movie, though.
Got you. Did you ever have one? I never had one. I borrowed one from someone from a night. I remember that.
Yeah, I had a Game Boy. I had a Game Boy, and it quickly became more of my dad's system because my dad was obsessed with Tetris. Big time obsessed with Tetris. And would never play anything else on the Game Boy but Tetris. You know, it's interesting to me that sort of the legacy of the Game Boy nowadays, it still has a very like well-supported community of fans. Like there are high-end video game companies that re-release like new versions of the Game Boy to this day. There's a company called Analog who just put out something called the Analog Pocket that is like basically a one-to-one recreation of the hardware of the Game Boy, but the screen is a modern screen. You know, I think you can charge it. It doesn't require batteries. You can even dock it to your TV and stuff. But yeah, the
does
Game
it play
Boy,
the cartridges or is it built in?
Yep.
Oh, so it takes the cartridges.
Yep, and you can get adapters for it for pretty much every one of the other handhelds too, including the Atari Lynx.
Ooh, the irony.
Yeah.
Alrighty. August, Hawes, sees the opening of The Abyss. August 9th, James Cameron's underworld sci-fi adventure The Abyss is released. A watery pseudopod. Oh, okay. A watery pseudopod. I thought it was talking about the type of film it was. And I was like, I've never heard that at all. But I think the creature is called the pseudopod. Created by ILM for one scene is considered the first entirely CG three-dimensional character. For their efforts, Hoyt Yeatman, Dennis Murin, John Bruno, and Dennis Scottak go on to win the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects.
And that one shot of the pseudopod took 8 months.
It would have taken me way longer.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, we could do way more impressive stuff with that just with the computers we're using to record this now, and it would take me way longer than 8 months.
I haven't seen The Abyss for many, many years.
Me neither. For the longest time, you couldn't even it wasn't available on streaming. You couldn't buy it on Blu-ray. I think it was just recently that it became available.
Is it good? I don't remember it hitting me too hard.
I don't remember really enjoying it that much when I saw it.
Okay.
I don't remember much about it besides that, though. I remember they had like these suits that were filled with fluid. Like their spacesuits had a fluid in it that they would like breathe in, like heavily oxygenated fluid or something. That I remember just really like the concept of it freaking me out as a kid.
Cameron,
Yeah.
messing with you.
Jimmy, get out of here.
All right. Voyager 2 in August 25th, NASA's Voyager 2 probe makes its closest pass to the planet Neptune and its moon Triton. And due to Voyager 2's flight path, Neptune is the last object the spacecraft can visit on its way out of the solar system. I got to tell you, this For All Mankind show, Hawes.
Oh, buddy, I keep seeing you talking about it on Twitter.
Oof. I'm up to date now. And
Okay.
now I have to wait. But they've just announced season 5 and a spin-off.
Oh, that's sick. That's cool.
And
Did you see your episode yet? Well, of course you did. If you're
Oh yeah, I didn't. I like my feet might be in. I'm very at the end of the shot.
okay.
So my cameo was I don't think I made in the because the shots they used us for. It was mainly a lady looking through a security system.
Uh-huh.
Like watching because all people were walking in for the start of this big summit between all the different countries in season 4, if you've seen it. And I was like a TV cameraman.
Ah, okay.
And so how they cropped it to
Look like security footage or whatever.
Yeah, I just got, but it brought back nice memories seeing it again.
Heck
So
yeah.
there you go.
So when was it that do you remember what was it last year that you would have filmed that? Somewhere maybe?
Yeah, I guess it was last year.
Yeah.
Half a day, Pasadena, got paid for the whole day, loved it.
Perfect.
So shout out Voyager 2.
Kind of sad to think about old Voyager 2 just passing Neptune and then we just never hear from its ass again, you know?
Oh man, in this show, when occasionally you lose someone to the abyss of space, and it's just like, oh man, enjoy that 20 minutes before your oxygen, just like,
not for me, man. Not for me. That'd be pure 20 minutes of panic floating through space.
it's just like, why didn't I bring some KFC with me? Just a last meal,
right?
Can you hit that one in September, Hawes?
Absolutely. September 19th, Star Wars is one of the first 25 films to be inducted into the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. Star Wars is the most recent movie to be included on the list, which includes D.W. Griffith's 1916 silent film Intolerance, the oldest film on the list, and classics such as Citizen Kane, Casablanca, The Searchers, The Wizard of Oz, and Walt Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
All right. Here's my thing with this, Oz. I go into the National Film Registry. Amongst the classics, our favorite film is with Citizen Kane and Casablanca. I pop it in, I watch on the projection. I get the projectionist to put it on.
Mm-hmm.
You reckon anyone's saying McClunky in that version?
Nope. That is a good question. What version is the one that's...
It's the original version.
Yeah, but is it the version that would have been considered the quote-unquote correct version of A New Hope in 1989, or is it the OG one that doesn't say A New Hope on it and stuff like that?
Well, I don't know, but I think in the great scheme of things, it's inconsequential.
Yeah, it's just fascinating to think since old buddy George is such a stickler for changing specifically A New Hope, right? It seems that's the one that's had the most amount of changes done to it. It does, because I would assume once you get you know, nominated to add a film to the National Film Registry, you have to turn over, I'm assuming at this point, canisters of film, right?
Mm.
So I wonder what it would be that he turned over. I imagine it's all digital now.
The yeah, but it sort of just makes you, it's like I really think that original one should be available.
Yeah.
Like in the great scheme of things.
For
Like-
historical purposes,
Yeah.
I think so too. To be honest, I would love, like, you know how they did the giant box set for all 9 films when they put them out on 4K, the one that's got like the Death Star in the front. They could do something like that for just all the different versions of A New Hope. I would love to have them all. I want the original that doesn't have Episode 4 A New Hope on it, where Luke Skywalker's little microphone on his X-Wing helmet changes sides every shot and stuff.
Oh, really? Does it?
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know that mistake. Yeah, I like that said, I don't really have much interest in buying any more Star Wars movies.
Oh, me, I do though. So I get that though. I understand, but I totally would.
Yeah, but if it was on the Disney Plus,
Disney
like,
Plus, that'd
if
be
it was
sick.
the original version, I'd probably get it for and blame Harry.
Yeah. Oh, we got to get this for Harry. He's got to
'Cause-
see the original.
We went and saw Return of the Jedi last year, May the 4th. His favorite bit of the movie isn't in it.
Right.
The
Yeah.
Yub Nub.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you put it in that, it's just like it's just gone. Yub Nub.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's weird about the fact that Yub Nub is not in Return of the Jedi? They still do a ton of like merch and stuff with Yub Nub. Like I was watching Peter Soretta and Kitra's video of Star Wars Day stuff at Galaxy's Edge, right? And they have this whole line of new merch that's really cool, and there's like a sick Ewok shirt that says Yub Nub on it. But Yub Nub is nowhere to be found if you go watch any of those Ewok
no.
stuff.
No, Wicket does say it
Oh, he does. He
to Princess
does.
Leia.
He does.
So, but the song,
Yeah. I think I mean, let's be honest. If you see Yub Nub referenced on merch, it ain't talking about what he says to Princess Leia. It's referencing that song.
you're a Yub Nub truther, Hawes.
I am. The whatever the name of that song is that ends Return of the Jedi right now is a psyop.
And when I saw it last year, it was sort of like a little sting. Like it was like, oh, this bit that is normally good is just like whatever's.
You know,
At the time, I forgave it because it's like you get to see Coruscant.
yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So you,
Oh my
shake,
God.
you're like-
new movie.
yeah, like you're
yeah.
showing me this thing and you're taking away. So it's just like, oh yeah, cool. But
Mhm.
now that the dust has settled,
You know,
Yub.
honestly,
nub.
I think there is a way that you could do both. in
Oh,
this band.
for sure.
Yeah, because I do like the music at the end of the special edition of Return of the Jedi isn't bad. It's just not what I want to hear, right? Like it's a good song. It's just not what I want to hear. But you
And,
can
like-
do both.
And like on Apple Music, when we listen to the Ewok, because Harry like listens to the song
Hmm.
and how it's cut up, it goes like into the high point of the end of it, and then it goes in dun, 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 dun. So it's like a whole 8-minute thing. And then so me and Harry always like Ewoks celebrate, and then that music at the credits is the Heroes Save the Day. He always goes, Heroes Save the Day.
That's awesome.
Because I told him, like, when that music comes on and it goes black, that's the end of the movie, and it means the heroes save the day.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
except for Empire Strikes Back, but
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Attack the Clones a bit, Revenge
Yeah.
of the Sith, but
Yeah.
a couple of them.
Rogue One. Mm.
Did they have that music at the end?
You know, honestly, I don't know how the music at Rogue One ends, to be honest. That's a good question.
It was just last episode we were debating the opening credits, weren't we?
Yes,
Yep.
for Rogue One and Solo.
All right, Hawes.
This is a good one, buddy. This slaps.
Lucas meets McCullum. Wow. 89. Just at the end of the era of
10
excess.
years later.
Star Wars and Indiana Jones producer Robert Watts introduces Rick McCullum to Lucas. That's like in the trailer for The Phantom Menace with Obi-Wan meeting Anakin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
During discussions about the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, McCullum says about the meeting, the question for Young Indy was, can you make a series as a normal TV network show on location with huge production values and be able to shoot it 3 times as long? Oh, and be able to shoot 3 times as long. That was the question. But Ricky M, the number one Rick in Star Wars.
Oh, Robert Watts was like, George Lucas, meet Rick McCullum. And you know, George Lucas said, nice to meet you, and shook his hand. You know.
That's like the Shakespeare, the George Lucas in Loveization of it all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, they're brewing. That's there's another one coming up, but there's 2 key
Prequel like setup moments, like him meeting Rick.
Well, not
McCullum.
even prequel set, just start for the rest of Star Wars history.
Oh, okay. I
I
always forget that Rick McCullum worked on Young Indy with him before they went into doing the prequels. I always forget that detail.
Really? He'll tell you.
Oh boy, Willie.
All right, I'll get this one because it's a bit wonky on the thing. October. This is just bizarre, Hawes. More ILM at Disney World. The Body Wars Simulator. Attraction opens at Disney World's Epcot Center. The ride, which takes visitors on a tour through the human respiratory and circulatory system, features effects work by ILM. What a
Man.
ride. This is before heavy IP licensing.
Oh yeah.
Let's go on a ride in the human body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you imagine having to be the ILM guys that are just making the giant inside
Look at this
of a
thing.
lung? Yeah. Wait a second. Hold up. Question about that thing. Why is there someone peeking out of the middle? I don't like that, bro. Who is that? Why are they picking out of the middle of that lung? Do you see what I'm talking about?
Dude, I think it's Gandhi.
Do we? And why has he's got pants and his shoes on inside someone's lung too?
The leg and the shoes look like Indiana Jones is trying to get out.
Uh-huh. Oof. Well, that's creepy. What is the deal with that person hidden in the lung?
I have no idea. But I did do a light bit of research for us, Hawes.
Ooh.
This is, wait till you see. You can read out the message on the when you've got it paused on YouTube.
Okay. The following video will gross out most people out due to the simulated nature. Wait, hold on. The following video will gross most people out due to the simulated nature of the human body within this video. Viewer discretion is advised. Most people, it'll gross out.
Kind of daunting. This is Body Wars 1989 from Bradley 105. How can I get the screen just to go? I guess that's the best bet. Let's check it out, Hawes. I have no idea what this is.
Hello again, everyone. We'll be getting underway momentarily.
Bravo
Awesome.
229er, are you
Right.
ready to initiate launch?
That is affirmative control. All systems go.
Begin initial reduction sequence.
Reduction sequence begun.
Dude.
We're now
Going-
approaching the miniaturization room,
Buddy, your mic messed up again.
where the technicians
My
will
mic?
focus a particle
Yeah.
beam on our ship.
Can't really hear you.
Oh.
Roger.
Entry depth set at 200 microns.
Bravo 22.
How about now?
Yeah, it's weird. As soon as you stop the video, I can hear you again. Huh.
Oh. That's weird. Maybe some weird. There, I'll just check my mic.
Yeah, I mean, you sound great now.
Audio. Automatically adjust mic volume. I'll just get rid of that option. Let's get back to it. They look like they look very Star Trekky, the star.
Yeah, I was about to say it. They kind of look like they're wearing the uniforms for Star Trek 5.
Yeah, with Kirstie Alley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gross. This is disgusting, actually. Oh, hey,
White
Hawes.
blood cells. Yeah.
Like, you're watching this and it's just like, oh, it's some crazy world. But what grosses me out to know is like, this is happening in my body now.
Yeah, right?
Like,
Whoa.
like
That ain't happening in my body. There's some weird shit going on in my body, but there ain't a dude in a scuba suit. I hope.
yeah, there's someone scuba diving in front of us. Oh, it's so gross. Are we? Let's see what else happens. What's the... Whoa.
You said whoa right before that, lady. So we're chasing red blood cells through veins, maybe?
Just above the brain in the spinal fluid.
Oh, spinal.
Oh, gross!
Your power is down to 2%. If you can get power, I can beat you out of there.
We're gonna need some electricity fast.
We're gonna have to cross the blood-brain barrier.
Kind of looks like a Tool video.
They're crossing the blood-brain
blood-brain
barrier. I did that once at a rave. It was quite a night. Oh,
Cerebral cortex. We're inside the brain.
get out! The brain looks gross.
This is what's going on in my brain right now, but those, those electrical signals are moving just way slower than they are right here.
Broke every regulation in the book.
Control. We were the first.
Please tell me you get pooped out at the end.
Oh, okay. Wait, that was...
No, it's just some sci-fi magic. Or unless that's what's going on inside your body when you do that.
Realize what we just did.
I'll tell you what you did. You broke every regulation in the book.
Uh-oh.
Control. We were the first to go through the heart, lungs, and brain.
You also managed to pull off the most spectacular mission this place has ever seen. Congratulations.
God, he flipped.
Thank you, Control.
Yeah, real quick.
Folks, you can unlatch your safety belt by pushing the button on your left.
Oh, now he's telling us how to get out of the ride.
Don't forget your personal belongings.
Oh,
And
sorry, I brought some personal belongings on my trip through the circulatory system.
Dude.
That's wild. I wonder when that got shut down.
Uh-oh.
Attention, please. Star Tours flight.
Oh, it just went to the Star Tours video.
It knew what we were looking for. It said, you don't like that? Well, how about this?
Now, I don't know if this is related at all, right? But when I was looking for the video of the ride, I came up on a commercial for some Body Wars toys. Now, I'm not sure if it's related, but the glimpse I had of the toys was so messed up that like I had to show it anyway.
Okay, let's see.
I've never heard of these at all.
Me neither.
Every day, your body fights a battle.
this is Body Wars Skull Scanner. Report. Eliminator under germ attack. Ditto main brain. It's germ warfare. Hardy heart, no beating. It's Body Wars. Each body part is a fighting fortress. Launch nuclear missiles from the Daigo.
Nuclear?
Or wipe out eye sessions from the eye eliminator. Each body part is a fighting fortress. All 6 Body Wars sold separately. Comes with 1 health hero, 2 germ warriors, and 2 missiles by Toymax.
All right, that definitely has nothing to do with the ride.
It definitely has nothing to do with the ride, but now I got to track down and see. I got to see those in a little more detail.
Body Wars!
Body Wars! I wonder.
I'm always jealous of the kids in the 80s ads. Always guys, by the way. That get to like go to the camera, yeah! Or,
oh, yeah.
got him!
So, interesting thing about Body Wars. Very expensive now, by the way. on the secondary market. There was only that one line, those 6 Body Wars. They never did like a second wave. So it's the Digo Destroyer, the Hardy Heart, the Main Brain, the Eye Eliminator, the Laser Lung, and the Skull Scanner. 1994.
Body Wars. I'll do the next one, Hawes. I won't bring it up on the screen though,
Okay.
because I want you to be
Surprised?
surprised
Okay.
by another monumental butterfly effect in Star Wars.
Uh-oh.
November 1989. November 6th. Novelist Timothy Zahn receives a phone call. Ring, 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 ring.
What's up, buddy?
From his agent confirming that he has been hired to write an authorized tale of the post-Jedi adventures of the Star Wars heroes. He begins work on Heir to the Empire
My goodness.
shortly after. And just for the monumental, just to show the gravity of this occasion in Star Wars, the other news item in November is, if I get it up here, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and we'll be skipping that.
Okay, yeah. We're only hitting the important things to human history, Steele. And Tim Zahn getting the call saying, hey, have you ever thought about maybe adding an extra U into Luke and see what happens?
They just brought out those figures. They just hit the market, I saw.
They did. So I wanted to check real quick and see. May 1991 is when it came out. So, and then am I wrong? Was it once a year that the next books would come out? Yes.
Yeah, I see. I don't think I found out about them until maybe, I don't feel like I knew about them till like 94.
Okay. Okay. I remember reading.
Yeah, go. Sorry.
Oh, so do you remember Previews magazine that you would see at the comic shops?
Oh, I know it
Yeah.
after, like in the 90s, but there's no
Yeah.
way I would have known about it then.
I remember reading in Previews magazine that it had a listing for Heir to the Empire, and being like, "What is this? What are they talking about?" And it's saying it was for the hardback, right? And then I remember it would have had to be like post 1992, being in the grocery store with my parents and finding the paperback of Heir to the Empire at the grocery store and getting it.
Got you. The reason I know it was later on is where I was in life when I remember finding out about it.
Uh-huh.
And I talked about it years ago on the podcast, but I was in Frankston in this space, this little arcade between two malls, which is actually now all closed in. Like it's all, they've just built mall over everything.
Right.
And it's crazy. Actually, this town has just been like, it used to have all these little streets, and now it's just a big mall. Like it's insane.
Huh.
But anyway, and I remember walking there outside, sunny afternoon, and just looking into the bookshop and seeing the C-3PO R2-D2 mobile that was like a box with the little
with the
which I've-
artwork.
yeah, and I've got it back in Australia. And I'm just going, oh, that's interesting. And it was my first year out of high school. So I feel like, I don't know, you're sort of like, I can just do what I want now.
Right. Yeah.
Like yeah, I don't think I was, although I used to watch Star Wars, but I don't think I had any items. And there was nothing to get, like during
Right.
or anything. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, because I think, yeah, it was around year 12, end of high school, that I watched a skate video where a now friend of mine, Jason Rothmeyer, pro skater, as part of his video part, showed his Star Wars figures. He was years ago. And I was like, oh, well, that guy's a pro skater.
And he's in the Star Wars.
He's got his figures out and they look sick in his room. And he had like a Revenge of the Jedi poster that he got from like a swap meet for like $15 or something. Just insane amount. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy to think. You know, when you go to work out how many years later, and it's just like, I don't want to say the number because it's daunting.
I do, buddy.
Yeah, so it's like 35 years from now that he got the ring phone call.
Yeah, and that man's still cranking out Star Wars stories.
35 years. How can that be possible?
It just doesn't seem possible, but it is. Wait,
because
right?
I think I was 35 like a couple years ago.
Yep, it is 35 years. That's insane. Which means we're going to be coming up on like the 35th anniversary of those books in a couple of years.
That doesn't count.
Just zeros. 40th. That's the one we'll count.
Yeah, like it's like you can do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
And
40,
okay.
50.
Okay.
And then once you get to 100, it's like 150.
Yeah. You're not doing like 110, 115.
Yeah, maybe 125. That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I agree with that.
Okay. What happens with Steamboat Mickey at 125? You know how like it's out of the public domain now.
Yeah.
At the 125th, we all have to
produce something with
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie. Yeah. We are all required
to generate some form of content or something. And crazily enough, that brings us to the end of the 90s.
What or 80s? What a cliffhanger to leave the 80s on. Ring, ring, ring. Hey Tim, you ready to write a Star Wars book?
It's like the end of the season of a show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's like we're off. But there was a little factoid down the bottom. You know how they have the little ticker tape news thing down the bottom, which is pretty monumental. And that was first full-length Simpsons episode airs
in 1989.
Right?
Oh, that makes me feel old.
Well, see, that happening, I was in school and early in high school.
Right.
So that to me does seem like a long time ago. Like I can accept that emotionally. But I did dig up just to freak everyone out.
Uh-oh.
A promo for the premiere of The Simpsons.
Oh, they're going to be doing the weird voices. Hello, boy.
Okay, here we go.
The animation looks like I did it. Copying the animation from now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be The Simpsons at our finest. Smile, look cheerful. Here we go.
The kids are huge.
I know.
Oh. Here we go.
Why, you little...
Still funny.
Next Sunday.
I love the background of the network.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like Seinfeld-esque
pattern.
Should we delve into the future, Hawes?
Yeah, buddy. Let's we're on page 147.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do page 305.
Whoa, deep. Oh man, I opened it to 303.
Meant to be.
Oh god. Oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
Wow, we're in 2009. And,
okay, let me think of what would have been going on in 2009. So we're a year past the Clone Wars movie at that point. So it's probably got some promo for maybe season 2 of Clone Wars in there. Maybe Spike TV stuff, or was Spike TV earlier than that. Those bad Spike TV ads for
I
Star
don't
Wars.
know. But it's the second half of 2009. The second season of the Clone Wars starts with Cad Bane. Clone Wars Season 1 comes out on DVD.
Okay.
Death Trooper, Star Wars horror novel.
Yes. Yep. That's the one where they were like zombie stormtroopers. I think the second one in that series was called Red Harvest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is Han and Chewie in that? Are they the ones stuck on the ship, or is it?
I don't think so. I can't remember.
It doesn't mention who's in it. Maybe they cameo in it.
Maybe. I would have still been fairly involved in reading Star Wars books at this time, but I can't remember that one super well.
James Cameron's Avatar hits cinemas.
Mm-hmm.
Family Guy Empire Strikes Back.
Pretty good.
And Hawes. I know you'll like this one because you love video games.
Okay, sweet. Oh,
no. The release of the Ultimate Sith Edition of Star Wars, The Force Unleashed. Ultimate Sith Edition.
And then that guy just won't go away. He just won't go away, Steele. Did you see today they announced a hot toy of him?
Of Starkiller? And does it just look like Sam?
No, it's him in that. It's if you see the cover on that.
Okay.
At the disc, it's that. Now I don't know. Maybe it's got a separate head, but regardless, I ain't buying it. Head or not, I ain't buying it.
Man, what a jib for him. He's almost. Imagine having a doll that good of you.
So listen to this. You know how I said I went to Books A Million yesterday?
Uh-huh.
I was there looking to see if they had the version of Star Wars Year by Podcast that we do. I was looking for the latest in the series of books I've been reading and was just kind of looking around, right? And I'm kind of standing over by the manga because that's what I'm looking for. And a guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, do you like Star Wars?" I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt. And I go, "I do." And he goes, "Man, I have to show you this figure they got here. I never would imagine they would have had this at Books A Million. Do you think this is going to be worth anything?" And he goes around the corner and comes back with a fucking Sam Witwer Force Unleashed, what do they call it? Vintage collection figure. And I just, like, are you messing with me? That's what I'm thinking the whole time. Are you messing with me?
You listen to the podcast.
Yeah, what is going on here? And I was like, you know what? I think you should get it. It probably, yeah, sure. You should probably get that. If you like it, you should get it. I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here.
You've got a real issue.
I don't like that dude. I'm sorry. And I'm telling you, I'll be right. It may be on the 125th anniversary of this episode, but I'll be right about that dude.
Oh, about the actual actor.
Yeah. Don't like him.
Yeah, I reckon he's a pretty good guy from what I can. All right.
I'm gonna be right, buddy.
All right.
On a more positive note, something else that's cool is they announced a Revan hot toy today. So I'm stoked about that. I probably will try. Somebody just messaged me on Twitter and was like, "Hey man, you should check this out." And it's the Star Killer hot toy. Like literally as we're recording, he's like, "Hey, this is for you, dog." And it's the Star Cool, and it comes with a special coin. Get out of here with your special.
Wow, and you barely saw my hands typing.
Oh, if it was you, that'd be great. No, shout out to Cedar, because I know Cedar's a patron. So you got me in the middle of the episode, bro.
Wow, what timing!
I know. I was like, oh, what did he? He said you should check this out, dog, and it's Lord Star Killer.
Wow. Yeah, so that's what's happening in 2009. And obviously it's still resonating to this very day.
It sure is. I'm about
Wow.
to pull a Star Destroyer out of the sky on the Books a Million.
McCallum's out, but Starkiller's still in.
Mm.
Alrighty, Hawes. It's very exciting. As we embark in a new journey into the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Buddy, you know we're getting close. We're getting close to Shadows of the Empire.
Oh, baby.
Buddy, maybe we should do our Shadows of the Empire episode as like a live stream, maybe. We've been building up to this for 38 episodes.
Dude.
We're close.
Oof. I love it. Dash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the memories.
Snuva. I've got so many Shadows of the Empire stories just that I've been holding, waiting for when we get to that episode.
Snuva. What a guy. What a guy. I've got those bootlegs. You know, the big, like, they were oversized bootlegs of the Shadows of the Empire figures.
No.
Yeah, I've got a Snuva that's like gray with like green bits. And they're like Black Series size.
I did not know that. Oh, that's cool.
A Galaxy Force or something. But yeah, maybe I'll quickly.
You know, in 2 years it'll be the 30th anniversary of Shadows of the Empire.
Yes. Let you celebrate that.
Yeah.
Bootleg Star Wars figures. These were all over Australia. But they're not all over the internet, I can tell you. Oh, yes, I found one. Galaxy Empire. Not Galaxy Force. My bootlegging IP's off. Oh, yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah, these bad boys. Just need to find one that's got a decent resolution.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen these.
Really?
Yeah, that's sick.
So, yeah, it's like a 6-inch upsize of the Hasbro Kenner figures. So you got like buff Darth Vader, semi-buff Stormtrooper, pretty buff Boba Fett, and Snuva, all with the Stormtrooper's got blue gloves on. See if I can get some zooming going. Oh no, I'm zooming the wrong panel.
He looks like he's about to go into surgery. You know what I mean? Man.
Yeah, blue gloves, little orange highlights. Oh, there's actually here's a Luke Skywalker.
Ooh.
In black Jedi garb without his undershirt on. And then Darth Vader's sort of maroon with gold shoulder pads.
Look. Honestly, pretty good look for old Darth Vader.
Yeah, what do you make of the Boba Fett remix?
I like the Boba Fett because he looks like the vintage Kenner figure, but bigger and poorly molded. I got to try to get my hands on one. I bet you that's expensive.
That one?
Oh yeah, it's Boba and it's a bootleg. I guarantee you that.
All right. If I have to go through some boxes in deep storage to move them to another place in deep storage, and if I find the Boba, I'll bring it back.
All right,
because I definitely had them, but look how average they are.
Oh yeah, they're nothing spectacular, which makes them spectacular.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
The best. Oh, what are these bootlegs, Hawes? Bootleg Star Wars Episode 1 vinyl toy set. Toy Underground store. They are banging.
They're immaculate. So, okay.
Why has Darth Maul got giant white people's hands?
I think is that supposed to be Sidious?
Oh, yeah, because Darth Maul's behind him.
Yeah. Did they take Sidious and put some Darth Maul paint on his head? Ooh.
Yeah, I think. It's like he's going to a Kiss concert. But, oh, my God, they are... I don't know what these... Let's view page.
These guys are good. Look at that Mace Windu back there. He's seen some shit.
It could be fake Mace.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is.
And then Sebulba behind Qui-Gon.
I was wondering who that is. It is Sebulba.
Qui-Gon looks out of his mind on the
Uh-huh.
on the goofy pills. Oh, that's a tight bit of action.
Man.
All right. That's why you got to watch the YouTube. Sorry if you if you're on the pod, but these they're just like one piece little vinyl statues that I'm going to guess are 2 inches tall.
Yeah, very small. You can tell by the detail in the mold that they're smaller. I'm trying to think of something that would be a good comparison. Like those little squishy wrestling guys, where they call them arms or muscle. Muscle, yeah.
But painted. I loved Muscle.
They were neat.
Oh, that was sick. All right, Hawes, super fun. I can't wait for the 90s.
Me neither.
I think the 90s is my favorite decade.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, many good times since, but the 90s was so much good stuff was made.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
like all through culture?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think they'll have like I've avoided it because I don't want to be spoiled, but you think they'll have the rise of new metal in this book there, huh? A little Limp Bizkit and Korn action?
Limp Bizkit could get in.
They could. Well, they all could because they were all at that
MTV thing.
Yeah, for Phantom Menace. I didn't think about that. They legitimately could be in the book.
Man, maybe we should we watch that on May the 4th or something?
Oh, we were talking about doing some kind of stream on your channel. That'd be an excellent activity.
Oh, I want to do the night one though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. No, but yeah, we don't have to do it as part of that. But yeah, I want to do the night chat show deal. But so either this Friday or Saturday. I think for me, I'm trying to work out what I can do regularly that will still I'll be able to do regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Saturday nights, because Friday nights is family fun night, Hawes.
Oh, what do you guys get up to on family fun night?
We have
all kinds of things.
Whatever dinner Harry requests.
Okay.
And it's normally pizza, pizza, pizza. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, it's a song we listen to all the time.
Okay.
Especially when we go to get pizza. And then he sort of gets like to watch a movie till the end. So Saturday night, I think I'll have a bit more
free time.
Yeah, in case he hits a late night, and I've got to watch Lego Movie 2 as well.
Or he's like, "Hey, we should watch Lord of the Rings."
No, he's definitely he's a long way from that at the moment. I think,
yeah,
but
sure.
He and I love he calls the Lego Movie Emmett 1 and Emmett 2.
That's cool. I haven't seen the second one. How is the second one?
Oh,
pretty
Hawes,
good.
buddy.
I like the first one quite a bit.
It's like as good because it like adds more little premises to the whole world and the how the real world and the Lego world join up, and good, very good. It's like you should watch it.
Okay, I'll make sure to. I like the first one.
Although I don't think it's free on any streaming.
Buddy, I'll wait for it goes to sale and put it on my Vudu account. I got all kinds of weird stuff on there. I'm actually, when we get done recording this, I bought a movie on Vudu the other day that was on sale. That's a Pedro Pascal movie from 2017 where he gets stranded on Mars, I believe. It looked pretty good.
What's Pedro Pascal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I figure he's pretty famous.
Yeah.
But then I'm at, where was I? Some magazine stand. And there was like 3 magazines about him.
Buddy, he's blowing up. You got to think like, I feel like Game of Thrones.
But there's magazines about him. Pedro.
Yeah. People are crazy about him. Understandably, he seems delightful. You know,
there's one skateboard magazine.
What's the skateboard magazine nowadays?
Thrasher.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's like there's little independent ones here and there and
Your
stuff.
designs.
But or even more sort of like they're magazines, but they're they're like $30 and you keep them forever.
A specialty.
Like,
yeah.
I love them, by the way.
Oh, me too, buddy. I have the same thing, but for Final Fantasy magazines. People will do those, like low print run Final Fantasy art magazines and stuff. They're sick.
Oh, really? Interesting. But yeah, only one skateboard magazine now, which just I was in Barnes and Noble the other day, and I'm like, I'm getting nothing out of this anymore. Like, there's nothing, like the magazine section, there's nothing.
And it's huge, right? Like, it's still massive. The whole back wall of the Books A Million I went to yesterday, all magazines. Not a single magazine I cared about, though. I was actually kind of looking for the Empire magazine that has the Acolyte stuff in it, and they didn't have it.
Oh, they got like Star Wars Insider, but I just like, I can barely be bothered to open it. Like it's always just like Dennis Lawson re-interviewed and just
I used to like Star Wars Galaxy magazine.
Oh, dude, that was the best one.
Mm-hmm.
That was the golden age. Hawes, thanks so much. We will try to do this next week.
Yeah.
If we're both available, but
Next one will be divisible by 3.
Banging. 39. Sweet action. Well, thanks so much, everyone. That was super fun. Here's to the 90s. Love it. Oh, and if you've got, you can leave comments. We read comments.
Yeah. If you guys leave comments on either of the Patreon posts on Blue Harvest or Steele Wars, we'll make sure to get to them next week.
Sweet. And may that force be with you.
See you guys.